So this is a quick demonstration of how to take the form that Lindsay shared with you and share it with your students so that they can enter their results for their formative assessment. So here's an email from Lindsay. I'm going to show you the ninth grade one. First, I'm going to open the email, and then you can either click here or here to open the form. Once you've opened the form, you'll see it in this view, which is the edit mode. Don't edit it at this stage. Wait until you create a copy before you make any changes to it that you might want to make. To make your own copy so that your results are separated from others, go ahead and say File, Make a Copy, and I would say rename this with your name at the start. Then you can say OK. What we're going to have here is a form that you can share with students, and you can also make some edits. I would recommend potentially editing this first section where it says what section are you in. The current text says write it exactly the way your teacher asks you. If you want to make sure that they get that right, you can just change the options here from text to say multiple choice and give them the options. So if you have a period 1 and period 1, period 2, or core 1, core 2, whatever your terminology is, you might want to do that there just to limit their options, and it'll be easier to sort later once you click done. When you're finished with that, all you have to do is click send form. You shouldn't have to make any other changes. And in order to share this form with your students, they just need access to the link in one way or the other. And hopefully you have a way to share links with your students already that you can use for this. You can share it via email. So if you have a class list as a Google group, you can just enter that here, click send, and it'll appear in each of their inboxes. That's one way to do it. Another way I would recommend, if you're going to use the URL, that you shorten it. You could write this URL on your whiteboard, but they're going to have to get every single character right, so that's a little bit tricky. You could print that on the top of their paper tests if you want to do it that way, or ideally you'll provide this link to them digitally, either if you have a classroom website or a blog, or if you're using Google Classroom or anything like that to communicate with your students. However you've shared links with them in the past, share this link with them. And basically you just copy this link and insert it wherever on your website or blog or whatever, and that's it. And what students will see is not this version. If you go to view live form, this is the version that students will see. So it'll capture their username, they'll tick what period or section or core class they're in, and then they'll enter their responses. That's all.